What's up, fam? We're back again. So, my little segment for February, Black History Month. Famous criminals in America. Now, we left off talking about Nat Turner, born 1800s, died November 11, 1831, according to the records. He incited a riot. He was about that life. He was getting busy. He was straight killing people. Now, some people are sensitive and they rather use the word unalive, but if you ever seen somebody literally die, if you ever seen, like, if you grew up in the poor neighborhood and you seen two dogs fighting, it gets brutal. There's nothing sugar-coated about it. I'm not doing the unalive thing. He killed people, okay? Point blank, period. Now, reason being, slave wages. That's the simplest way I could put it. Slave wages. They were tasked with doing work and they didn't get paid for it. And he got tired of it. So, yeah, they didn't have a union back then, but like I said, he was about that life. You gonna pay me, or I'm gonna take it out your. Now, what was his penalty after this belligerent just ungratefulness that the white people have bestowed upon him? What did they do to him in response to this? They killed him. They brutally killed him. Lynched him. And from what I heard, they boiled his skin and did some other stuff. I'm not trying to get all in deep into that. But it was messed up. He got snitched on by a co-worker in our modern day terms. One of his co-workers snitched on him. That's terrible. Now, that's not the only person that I happen to read up on. Now, everybody want to talk about Harriet Tubman, but she really didn't. She suffered somewhat, but not really, because the way she lived the rest of her life after the free of slaves, you could basically say she got acquitted. You know, everybody was like, "Oh, she's such a strong black woman." Yeah. They seem to always like black people after they dead or when they near death. Now, another woman that I felt needed some recognition, besides Miss Harriet Tubman, was Fannie Lou Hamer, born October 6, 1917. And she passed away 1977. From my understanding, she was the one that came up with the quote. Well, she was quoted saying, we sick and tired of being sick and tired." And almost every black person knows that phrase. I'm sick and tired of being sick and man. So, Miss Fannie, Auntie, she was one of the little known civil rights leaders in the South. And she went through a lot to try to help black people obtain the right to vote. She was a threat to the she was a threat to the establishment. Reason why she got into it, like I said, voting rights, unfair treatment of black folks. And her penalty, the way they punished her was poor medical treatment. She had a medical issue. She went to the hospital to get checked out, and while she was there, they performed an unauthorized hysterectomy. This was back in 1961. They wanted to ensure that there were no more people like her. They couldn't stop all the black folks, but if they could just stop her, maybe they could put a halt to these activities. These Negroes demanding to be treated like human beings. How dare they do such a thing? What in the world? After as well as they've been treated, so they took away her right to have kids. Now, nowadays you hear about my body, my choice. Oh, baby. Back then, you wasn't saying that. You didn't have no rights. Even if they had to lie, they wait until they get you in the hospital and then give you a hysterectomy, and you don't know about it until later on. Now that's not nice. That's not nice at all. So with that one, I will prepare my next segment, and I'll get back to you later. Take care.